Welcome back, Pokemon fans. Angel of the Night here. We are back again with the Team Star Challenge, and as you guys know, this is a single battle format competition where we build teams around Revaroom using Team Star only Pokemon. So, to lead off this battle, we are going to come in with our Krookodile here, and of course Arcanine is on the opposing side with the Intimidate ability. Now, Intimidate, of course, is going to be able to drop the attack stat of my Krookodile. However, I am going to try to go in for a Rock Slide here. Now, Rock Slide should be able to get some decent damage, plus also has the potential of flinching. Realistically, should I have gone for maybe an Earthquake? Likely yes. However, if they went for like a Terrestrial Change, which is something that they've been doing this competition, I was thinking that maybe with a flinch with the Rock Slide, that might actually help me out here. Unfortunately, with the attack drop as well as the burn, we no longer have a decent attack stat to this Krookodile. And we just got hit by a huge attack by this Arcanine. Not so good right off the bat. However, I am going to lock in for another Rock Slide here. Now, it is potentially possible to miss these Rock Slides. They are only about 75% accurate. But the Arcanine figures that, hey, you know what, I might actually get flinched here. They end up calling back the Arcanine, going in with Revaroom, and then, of course, the Rock Slide is going into the Revaroom. Now, Revaroom actually took that like a champ. It did not get heavily damaged by that attack due to it being a Steel-type Pokemon, which is actually quite beneficial for them. Now, I didn't see if it was on an air balloon or not, but seeing as how it got hit by a Rock Slide, we would have destroyed that air balloon anyways. So what we end up doing here, we end up going for the Earthquake. We are still able to outspeed the Revaroom, and we managed to be able to pick up that KO. Now, the cool thing is here with the Krookodile, we do have Moxie. Now, that's going to actually boost up our attack stat here once again. Now, mind you, this would actually take us from a negative number to a positive. And then, of course, we also still are burned, so that does negatively impact still. However, with the Arcanine coming back in with the Intimidate, it does drop that attack stat back down from after getting that Moxie. Unfortunately, for our opponent, we actually managed to get an Earthquake off here, and we actually take out his second Pokemon. Now, funny story is, we also get our attack stat back, which is actually pretty cool. Now, are we going to be able to survive the burn? We are eventually going to get knocked out from that burn, guys. There's just no way we're not going to get destroyed by that. Coalossal comes in, and then it also exposes that it's on an air balloon. So, I don't know what's going on here in this battle. Honestly, Revaroom, I've seen more Revaroom on air balloons than any other Pokemon in this competition. And with good reason, of course. As you can see, I did try to go for that whole Earthquake here. Didn't really do anything because the Coalossal, of course, is on the balloon. And we end up getting knocked out. Now, I do still have two Pokemon here. I do still have Lucario, and I still have Revaroom. Now, both Pokemon are Steel types and are heavily affected by any kind of ground and fire-based moves. Now, one thing we did not do here yet, we did not go for any kind of a terrestrialization. So we're actually going to go for the Tera change to flying, and then we're going to go for the high horsepower here. I don't know if that's really the right call. I can't remember if we destroyed the air balloon or if we haven't yet at this time. So let's just kind of take a chance here. Let's see what happens. So here we go with the Tera flying. Of course, we also still have our air balloon on our own Revaroom, which is actually quite helpful. As you can see here, I completely missed the fact that it's on the air balloon. Okay. So high horsepower is not going to make contact. That's two mistakes that I've done here in this battle so far. Keep an eye on all the text, guys, because when you're doing these battles, if you miss one line of text, it could be a big issue, okay? We ended up going in for, I believe it was the Iron Man, and that actually should have destroyed the air balloon. We got hit by the Ancient Power, and that's actually going to raise one, actually it's going to raise all the attack stats by one, even their defensive values and their speed. Back in the old day, if you did Ancient Power, it would only raise like one stat randomly. I guess in this generation, it does all of them, which is kind of wild, actually. If you guys know what generation that changed in, post your comments down below. I'd like to hear from you, what you guys say. They're going to go in for the terrestrialization into ground. Now, we are going to go for the Iron Head here, and we are going to be able to pick up that KO, so good game to my opponent. Thank you very much for the battle. And if you guys enjoyed the match, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, post your comments, and I will catch you in the next match. Take care, have a good one, and peace out.